Imagine waking up one morning and discovering that a company you have never met knows some of the most important financial details about your life. It may know whether you pay your bills on time, how much debt you carry, whether you recently applied for a loan, and even how likely you are to repay money in the future. You may never have given this company a photograph, never spoken to an employee, and never knowingly become its customer. Yet its information could influence whether a bank trusts you, whether a lender approves your application, how much interest you pay. This is the strange world of Experian, a global data and analytics empire built around something most people create every day without thinking about it. The story begins with a simple idea. Banks and lenders have always needed a way to decide who deserves credit. Before modern credit reporting, lending depended on relationships, reputation, paperwork, and judgment.
As economies expanded, those methods became inadequate. Financial institutions needed information about who had borrowed, repaid, missed payments, or posed financial risk.
Credit reporting companies emerged to organize this information.
Over decades, this simple business evolved into a sophisticated industry, and Experian became a major player. At first glance, Experian appears to do something simple: produce credit reports and scores. You apply for a credit card, take out a loan, finance a car, or check your score, and Experian may appear in the process. People this. But the credit report is only the visible surface. Behind it is a larger ecosystem involving data collection.
The real asset is the ability to transform information into predictions about human behavior.
Those predictions begin with countless financial interactions. A loan application creates a record. Repayment becomes part of a credit history. A missed payment can change a profile. Opening or closing accounts can alter your information. Each event may seem insignificant, but millions generate similar data over many years.
Experian can analyze these patterns and turn them into tools for understanding financial risk at scale.
Knowing one customer's history is useful. Understanding millions can become a competitive advantage. But the system has a fundamental weakness. Data is powerful because it is supposed to represent reality, and reality is not always recorded perfectly. An account not yours, an outdated debt, a wrongly reported late payment, or information attached to the wrong person can affect how a lender sees you. The affected person may not know where the problem originated. This creates an imbalance. Information can have enormous consequences, while collection and processing remain difficult to see. The power of the system becomes clearer when you understand what a credit score represents. It is not a simple label declaring someone good or bad.
It is a statistical assessment designed to estimate financial risk using available information and a particular scoring model.
Yet people often experience the result emotionally because the number can feel like a judgment on their financial character. A few points may matter near a lender's threshold, while missed payments can remain relevant for years.
Then the story becomes much bigger, because Experian's business extends beyond the traditional credit bureau.
The company helps businesses verify identities, detect fraud, understand customers, manage risk, and make decisions using data. A lender wants to reduce losses. A retailer may want to understand customers.
A financial institution needs to identify suspicious activity. An insurer may want better risk information.
An online business may need to determine whether someone is really who they claim to be. This creates a remarkable economic loop. Consumers generate financial activity. Banks, lenders, retailers, and other businesses record that activity. Data companies organize and analyze the information. Then businesses pay for tools that help them make better decisions. More transactions create more information to analyze.
As analytical systems improve, their value can increase.
This is why the deeper product may not be the credit report. It is decision-making intelligence, information transformed into a...
But there is another layer, prediction. Businesses do not only want to know what happened in the past, they want to estimate what might happen next.
Will a customer repay a loan? Is a transaction suspicious? Is someone really who they claim to be?
Is an applicant likely to become a profitable customer? Historical data can help answer these questions.
At enormous scale, these predictions can influence millions without people seeing the systems behind them. That leads to one of the most important questions: who ultimately controls information that can influence your financial opportunities? Consumers may have rights to access and dispute certain information, while regulations govern credit reporting and personal data. Yet modern data systems are complex. Behind a simple credit score can be databases, algorithms, reporting relationships, verification processes, statistical models, and business contracts. The average person sees a number. The company sees an enormous analytical ecosystem. That difference in perspective is crucial, because the number may look simple from the outside while the system behind it can shape real financial decisions. This is why Experian represents something larger than one company. It represents the transformation of personal information into an economic asset. People constantly generate data through borrowing, repaying, applying, purchasing, verifying, and interacting with financial systems. Companies capable of collecting, organizing, analyzing, and monetizing that information can build enormous businesses without producing something you can physically hold. The value exists in connections between millions of data points. And in those connections, predictions can emerge, turning information into insights that businesses can use to anticipate behavior and make decisions. The real lesson is not that data is automatically evil, or that every data-driven decision is unfair. It is more uncomfortable information has become an Experian clearly shows this transformation. What began as a system helping lenders make safer decisions evolved into a global data and analytics business, the business reaches far beyond the credit score most people recognize. Behind that familiar number is a much larger ecosystem of data, analytics, verification, risk assessment. Behind that number is an industry turning your history into intelligence.